Well, thank you very much. It's an honor to be here. And I'll tell you a little bit about how it began that I got to know Charter College. A few months ago, one of your faculty members contacted the Latino Chamber of Commerce in Santa Clarita and said, would you like to maybe start a scholarship program? So I took a tour of your campus. And what I walked away with was something that I will always remember, was the look on the students' faces with the dedication of knowing the reason why they were there and seeing the passion the faculty members had in order to make you succeed. I've kept in contact with your faculty ever since, and I just find it amazing that you adults right now are here to start the next stage of your life. You should be very, very proud of yourselves. Now,
I'll get that.
Now today represents a great deal to the family, the friends, the children, the graduates, and the faculty. Now it accomplishes something of programs that you've completed, but I also think it's going to be a new beginning of a lot of challenges that you'll be up for. Education is important for success, as we all know. What's also just as important is what you do with that. And I think being a quality human being, doing the right thing for a lot of people, make you that much more of a success. Now, when I thought I graduated high school, and I went on to graduate college, I thought I had it made. I thought I'd be a history teacher and play some baseball. I ended up being drafted by the Toronto Blue Jays. And 3 years after being drafted, I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. I was released from the team, and I had one choice, and that was to go back home and raise my son, and to take my degree and do something with it. Now, interesting enough, my sister was diagnosed with the same disease 3 months later. And 2 years after that, she was transplanted with a new heart. We found out that we shared the disease as children. Now, November 12th of 2007, I was transplanted with a heart. And it was from a 17-year-old young man who was thrown from the back of the truck and killed instantly. My sister had died a year before that. Her heart didn't sit well with her body, and she fought and she fought and she fought, but she ended up dying. Now, I don't mean to make this a somber experience, but what happens is that when you continue to learn, you continue to become good people. Now, I had a choice just like all of you have a choice, and the faculty and the parents and the guests, is to support one another. Continue on in your lives and make sure that you touch as many people as you can. Now, there's a word out there that's identified with a lot of people who are stagnant in their life, and that's complacency. That means having that fundamental feeling that you're comfortable, that what you've done has been done and the rest of your life begins. And I want to warn you something. Being complacent isn't a good thing. The cure for that is education, passion, and perseverance. If you find yourself in a career at a place that you feel doesn't honor your belief system or your integrity, it's up to you to change. You change something in your life by being here today, by committing that time to say, I want to be different, and I want to stand out. And here you are. Don't be afraid to do that. Now, there's a saying in workplace culture. I do a lot of these, these events and these type of actually facilitating role models for culture. It's always something about arguing as though you're right, but always listen as if you're wrong. Opening up your hearts and opening up your ears and realizing what you're doing. Now, everyone here is going to play a huge role. Now, you LVNs, I have a story for you. I was on day 20 of being in the UCLA ICU waiting for a heart. On day 21, I got that heart. On day 24, it was discovered that my new heart that was giving me new life had a leak in it. Now, I'd lost a liter of blood inside my chest cavity, and I was rushed for a CAT scan, and I was told they'd have to reoperate by removing every single staple, and every single tube, and every single stitch and go back in. It was a life or death battle, and I remember waking up from that surgery, being in so much pain, and I was strapped down to make sure I didn't pull my tubes out, and I asked for help. I didn't know if anyone was there, and then a nurse spoke up and said, I'm here, and I'm going to get you better. She asked me an interesting question. She said, do you have faith? I said, I don't know if I did today, being wheeled into the operating room. I think I lost it. And she looked at me in the eyes and said, I'm going to give it back to you. I'm going to get you better. Now, if you ever question the power you have in any career you decide, ask yourself this: can you change somebody's life, no matter what career you pick? If you see someone sick or in need, can you sit back and say, God has given me a gift to make people better? I can touch that life, and in return they may touch 3 or 4 others. And here you are, adults. We're not kids. You decided to become something, and it started the day you signed up for your courses. Now I'm going to close, and I want you to take some things into consideration. Look beyond a year or 2 from now. Are you going to be where you're at? Are you going to continue to learn and become an expert in your field? Are people going to look at you and say, there's something different about you? There's something that told me you're not a quitter. There's something that tells me you're going to move forward to bigger things. And when you look in the mirror and you ask yourself, what do I want to be when I grow up? Answer yourself, I am it. This is who I am, and I'm proud of it. Thank you very, very much.